So we're going to talk about the fundamentals of free lead generation. If you don't have a blog, if you don't have a lead page, if you don't have an autoresponder, if you don't have videos that you're creating or anything like that, it's okay. Those are all the nail guns and I'm not a carpenter, I need to think of some power tools, right? That make your job easier, but you can still build a house with a hammer and a handsaw. It might take you a little longer, but you can still do it. So I want to give you some strategies for generating leads with none of those tools, with just the contractor's belt with your hammer and your nails and a few screws and maybe a screwdriver, the basic fundamentals. Regardless of what you do or don't have, this strategy will work to start exposing people and planting seeds to expose them to your products, your goods, your services, your network marketing business, whatever it may be. Let's dive right in. Marketing only works if you do. Pretty basic, right? Pretty fundamental. Working out, getting fit only works if we work out. We can watch as many P90X videos as we want. That doesn't mean we're going to be able to do 15 pull-ups and 85 burpees in a row. So we really have to live our life by design and not default. Default is buying the product or buying the P90X or signing up for the marketing strategy seminars and never putting anything you learn from them into practice. Life by design is putting all of that into practice. May not be perfect in the beginning. If it is, good job. Most people don't get it. I know I certainly didn't in the beginning. It took a lot of trial and error. No different than network marketing does. We have to develop our story, build our belief, set our goals, create our plan, find a accountability partner, I can't talk, and always, of course, always be connecting using social media and things like that. There's great ways to connect with people that we're going to talk about here in a minute. Make a commitment. That commitment is not to anybody. It's not to your sponsor, upline, crossline, sideline. The commitment is to you. Because ultimately, regardless of any accountability partners or any goals you set or any plan you put in action, if you lose the commitment, your belief and your productivity and your passion wanes. It just does. And sometimes we have to recommit daily. And then, of course, my motto is always work smarter, not harder, and never give up. And the reason that's my motto, I don't know if I've ever shared that with anyone, actually, not even my husband, is because that's what it took for me to finally break free from that $800 a month that I just was stuck at for years. I have to work smarter. I'm working hard. I'm doing everything. I've got my goals. I've created my plan. I've got my accountability partner that I actually had to pay because I didn't have an upline support. Sometimes you got to pay somebody to hold you accountable. Sometimes when you pay them, it actually works. I was connecting. I was committed, but I just was stuck in that rut. And finally, to break free, I had to start learning new skills, developing new skills. And those new skills are the reason why most of us are on this webinar tonight. I learned how to work smarter, how to leverage the tools of technology, things like social media, things like webinars, tools that are effective in communicating with people immediately, right when they want it. But again, was a process of learning that was extremely worth it. And that's why I share these marketing tips, because I see so many people frustrated spending money on tools and systems and have no clue how to use them. And you just end up right back where you started, except for a little less money in your pocket and more frustration. And so I don't want you to give up. Work smarter, not harder, and never give up. Collapsing timeframes to your success is kind of my goal. I know that these strategies have helped myself and team members and lots of clients over the years create a much more beautiful life by design rather than default. We're going to talk about private messaging, and it doesn't matter if it's Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, LinkedIn, StumbleUpon, Reddit. For example, last week, I think it was a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, we were out on the Salmon River, and a friend of ours who was with us took some absolutely astonishingly gorgeous photos. And Jack and I put a few of them on Facebook. And of course, any pictures like that, outdoor photos of people sitting in the water enjoying the sun with the beautiful white sandy beach and the gorgeous mountainous background on the river, people are drawn to it. They're attracted to those photos because they're like, oh my gosh, I wish I could be there. Where is that? How do I get there? I want to go do that. And those were the comments that we were getting as we shared these photos. Whenever someone likes or shares something you posted, that is your invitation to private message them and take the conversation offline as soon as possible. They don't have to comment. If they do comment, you absolutely should be private messaging them. Hey, thanks. Yeah, we just got off the Salmon River. It was a blast. Yeah, that photo was amazing, wasn't it? What have you been up to these days? And that's the conversation you start. It's not, hey, check out my business. Have you ever heard of it before? Blah, 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 blah. No, it's just like any other conversation you'd have if you saw somebody you hadn't seen for a really long time in the post office or the grocery store. Another opportunity to private message somebody and take the conversation offline as soon as possible is after accepting someone's friend request. Absolutely every single time, without a doubt, this is a fundamental to lead generation. Private message them. As soon as I accept somebody's friend request, which again is a process because I don't just accept everybody's friend request. I go Facebook spy on them first to decide if I want to accept their friendship. But after I do, I private message them. If I can't figure out how we connected, why they friended me, I'll just straight up ask them, what is it that caused our paths to cross? The whole goal is to start a real conversation online and take it offline as quickly as possible. So the next post you put on Facebook, my challenge to you is that whenever somebody likes it or shares it, reach out to them in a private message. Hey, John, man, I've been thinking about you. I saw that you liked my photo. Let's connect sometime. What's your best number to call you? I'd love to reach out and catch up. After you accept someone's friend request, very nice to meet you, Sally. How is it that our paths crossed? I see you're also a networker. How long have you been with your company? Always end in a question. They're much more likely to answer. Start the conversation. It's a basketball game. You pass the ball, they'll pass it back. So here's some direct message examples for those of you who like scripts. I'm not much of a script person. I kind of just go with the flow, but they can be really helpful in the beginning. I have some different lingo here, pen, if you're on Pinterest, that kind of stuff. So, hey, thanks, John, for the like. I've been meaning to connect with you. What's your number and the best time to chat? I think I just said something really close to that. Pretty simple, right? This is somebody you already know. Maybe you haven't connected for quite a few months or years, but you see that they liked your photo. Opportunity to reconnect. That's all it is, by the way, an opportunity to reconnect. And let the conversation flow. If he asks what, you're going to ask what he's up to, how's the family, you know, all that kind of stuff. He's going to ask what you're up to, how's your family, what's going on in your life. If you choose to open up and expose just enough to get him to bite, not to fire hose, not to give him the whole presentation, but to share that you just have started your own business and you're actually expanding in his area. Create curiosity. Here's another one. This is somebody who's in networking and business in your area. Hey, Sally, I know you've built a great network in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I'm expanding my business there too. I'd love to share it with you. Let's have a cup of coffee. What are you up to on Wednesday? Again, private message with a goal to take the conversation offline and real, in person or over the phone or Skype or whatever is close to the being in person as possible, depending on the situation, as quickly as possible. And there are several more indirect and direct approach scripts if you want to use them in the full lead generation on a shoestring budget book that you get when you purchase the full video training course. It doesn't really need to be said, but I'm going to say it again, that marketing only works if we do. Network marketing only works if we do. It doesn't matter how many tools we may have in our tool belt. If we don't work it, it won't work. So if you need to reset your goals, recreate your plan, find a new accountability partner or find an accountability partner in the first place, do it. If you need to recommit, do it. That is a part of working smarter, not harder. And having whatever success we've defined is our life by design, then we'll get there. If we just live it by default and hope that, you know, hey, I put a Facebook post out once or I shared one video and I didn't get any results, oh well, that's default, guys. Again, P90X, if I just do it one time and then I quit because, hey, I didn't look like the chick on the video and I was, you know, out of breath and collapsing on the floor after the first 10 minutes, which would probably be me, then, you know, what good is it going to do me? Not a lot. But if I realize I'm going to commit to this in working out, in networking, in marketing, in life, anything we want to succeed in, having partners, having people who will push us, who will drag us, who will carry us, people who we can carry, push, and drag, and we're in it together. That's when you have those really tough days, those days when you feel like, man, yesterday was pitiful. Every person I connected with, everybody I called, everybody I met at the grocery store, everybody was negative and derogatory. Those things don't work. They're pyramid schemes. And you just go home and, you know, Calgon, take me away. And you wake up the next morning and you go, I don't know if I'm built for this business. I don't know if I can do this again today. I feel pretty beat up and bruised. I don't know if I can put myself out there for more rejection, because that's how it feels, right? People are rejecting us. We take it personal. And then all of a sudden that accountability partner, that team member calls and says, oh my gosh, I went to a potluck and I have 4 people who want to hear about my business. Or you get a phone call from somebody because you shared a Facebook post 2 weeks ago about your husband losing 24 pounds. And out of the blue, they call you and say, how do I get the product and how did he do it? And all of a sudden, the clouds are lifting, right? Things are looking a little clearer. The sun seems to be shining through here and there. Maybe I am for this business and built for this business. Maybe I can do this. And that belief comes back in and you're starting to recommit. Guys, we've all gone through it. I share these stories because they happened to me this week. Today, I had a customer call me. Well, I had a person interested call me who became a customer. But it was because I shared a Facebook post like a month ago about Jack's weight loss success. And then a few weeks ago, I shared it again in a little bit of a different way. And then yesterday, or maybe it was 2 days ago, I shared it again. So exposure, it's just like advertising, marketing and advertising. People have to see things 6, 7, 8, 9 times before it starts to sink in, before they start to get it. It's like that seed needs to be watered. It needs to be nurtured. You got to pull the weeds. You got to follow up. And you have to be consistent before the results start to come. So here's the deal. See, back not very long ago, 10 years ago, if you owned a business and you wanted to market it, you paid somebody else to market it for you in their newspaper or their radio or their magazine ads. You couldn't just go share something. Hey, cool, my husband just lost 24 pounds in 30 days. Check this out on social media and get 100 likes and have 80 people click on it. That's really valuable monetary wise. That marketing right there, what I just shared with you, opportunity to reach out to people all over the world just through social media without any paid advertising at all, pretty phenomenal. But for those people who want to take their lead generation to the next level and want to start automating some of their marketing, here's the fundamentals of what you absolutely have to have and nothing else, okay? This is so important because I know I got caught up in, I have to have everything before it'll work. When I wish I would have known this 5 years ago when I first started, okay? So this to me is like invaluable, this silly little photo right here. You have, if you're going to go online with your marketing and start generating leads and being effective in your follow-up, this is why it's so important. Because, so let's say I put up a lead capture page with a video about how my husband was on high-dose prednisone for 3 years, has struggled with his weight, even though he's been off the prednisone for 6 years. But in the last 32 days, he's lost 24 pounds and he didn't have to count calories and he didn't have to diet. And it is amazing. And we want to share exactly what he did to help you lose your corticosteroid weight. So enter your name and email below, and I'll see you on the other side where we can share step by step exactly what Jack did. Okay, that's the lead capture page. They opt in, then it takes them to a thank you page, which on that thank you page would be our video testimonial and maybe a PDF that they can print off that says, here's your 30-day weight management plan or something like that, step by step. But then when they opt in, when you subscribe to somebody's offer with your name and email, what happens? They start communicating with you via email, don't they? Okay, that's what's called a contact management system. Because what happens is you set up those automated emails, and as soon as somebody opts in, as soon as Danny Walker opts into that lead capture page, then Jack Walker is going to immediately start following up with me about emails for losing weight effectively and keeping it off and raising your metabolism and fighting cravings and whatever. And then he might offer me more value. Hey, thanks so much for subscribing. I see you've been reading the emails. I hope you're meeting your weight loss challenges. I have an awesome product to share with you today. And for today only, if you order, you get 25% off. Click here to order now. Send you to the sales page. You need a lead capture page. You need a thank you page. You need follow-up emails. And then you need a sales page, which if you're in network marketing, your sales page should be your replicated website order page already. So that's pretty much done for you. And then all you do is exactly what I shared with you before. You use your social media, which you're doing every single day, to share your link to your lead capture page and send traffic to that page. Social media, warm market, people that anybody who is Jack's friends who are following him, he'd say, hey, we just put up this free offer where I'll share step-by-step how to lose 24 pounds in 32 days. If you're interested, go to 24poundsin32days.com. Again, making this all up, that's not real. At least if it is real, it's not ours. But just trying to help you guys follow along through the automated marketing. So for example, for those people who are super visual like I am, here's an example of a lead page. Pretty darn simple. They enter their name and email, and then it takes them to a page where they can download that PDF, which would be the thank you page. So here's a lead page for Edgar. And Edgar is an automated social media posting and management software that you can pay $50 a month to use. And that may sound like a lot, but when you do a lot of marketing, man, does it save time, and time is money, right? What happens is when you click on get your invitation, this opt-in form, that's what these are called, opt-in form, pops up. And I put my name and information in, and I say, send me an invite. And when I click on send me an invite, again, once this is all set up, automatically. Setting it up can be a little frustrating if you've never done it before, but once you do it once, building the house once, you can build another house again 5 times faster. So once you push on send me the invite, takes me to a thank you page that looks like this. That all it says is, hey, you requested an invitation to meet Edgar. There's one more step. You have to confirm your email or you'll never receive the invitation. Pretty effective, right? Just saying, make sure to check your email and confirm your email so that we know you really want what you just asked for. Because let's face it, guys, we all know there's a lot of spammy, junky crap out there online. So this is called a double opt-in, where they have to confirm, yes, I really do want this. So I got an email that looked like this. Confirm your email address so Edgar knows where to send your invitation. And when I click on yes, subscribing to the list, it sent me to the thank you page, which showed a video of exactly how the Meet Edgar service works. And then RSVP here for one of our upcoming live demos. When you click on that, it takes you to the sales page. Not required that you have a thank you page after your email confirmation, but just one more step. When you get somebody into your funnel, the further you can take them to show them your products, your goods, your services, your network marketing opportunity, all automated, the further you can take them, the faster, the more likely you are to get the sale, the more likely you are to have a customer order or have a new business partner on your team. So this is called an automated marketing funnel. See how it has funneled me from the lead page to the thank you page, to my email confirmation, to the sales page. Buy now, right? And a sales page really is just where it shows all the features and the benefits and has testimonials, and it really sells you on buy now. Now, Edgar's extremely clever because they're not letting you buy now. So what they're doing is they're building their email list up to thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people before they flip the buy now switch on. So they're scaling their lead generation before they actually make their product available. Pretty genius. Okay, so follow-up emails. Meet Edgar, myself, many other online internet marketers use MailChimp. Okay, that's one contact management system. MailChimp is highly effective, has great deliverability. I don't want to get too strategic, but it's great, a great service. There's Aweber, GetResponse, you name it. There's lots of contact management systems out there, but for what you need, MailChimp or GetResponse have more than you'll ever use at a beginner phase. In closing, if you have not yet gone to netwalkermarketing.com, you opt in, you enter your name and email, and you get the 45 proven strategies to generate free leads online. If you just take tonight's training and what's in this lead generation on a shoestring budget ebook, you could have a very successful business. If you take it to the next level and get the full lead generation on a shoestring budget video course where I show you step-by-step exactly how to create your fully automated marketing funnel with your lead capture page, your thank you page, your follow-up emails, and your sales page, and then take these 45 proven strategies and start sharing your lead capture page and driving traffic to it and taking people through your marketing funnel, which again, once you create your marketing funnel, it's done, right? Then it's all about getting traffic to your lead page and they walk themselves through the marketing funnel because it just takes care of itself and you don't have to do it. These two together, it's like marketing magic to the tune of 25, 50 leads a day where you are just sharing them with your team because you don't have time to follow up properly. Here's a few examples of some things that I've been able to create on my own and put an automated marketing funnel to, which has generated hundreds of book sales, thousands of leads that have been really effective in not only helping me create my own personal streams of income, but also helping me build my network marketing business and build truly real, lasting, awesome relationships with people all over the world that are like family. So this can really be effective if you do it right. Here's some examples I gave last week. I'll give them again. Video views that we've been able to generate 91,046 views. It's more than that now. I didn't update these. Book sales more, 771. Opt-in leads generated 3,817. Real-time leads, these are people who didn't opt in, but just reached out directly, 1,121. Been able to reach top recruiter, international distributor of the year. In my previous network marketing company, took me 30 days the first month to become a YAVO leader and presidential advisory board member. And I don't say any of this to brag, but just to let you guys know that it's for real. And we teach you how to do all of it in the lead generation on a shoestring budget video course. These are some of the clients that I've helped, not all in network marketing, some in real estate. With practice and experience comes some wisdom, some knowledge, some ability to help people take their marketing and master it step by step. You can put all those free strategies into practice, but if you're ready to take your marketing to the next step and start generating hundreds of thousands of leads for your business, get thousands of viral video views for free, create follow-up and build real relationships on autopilot, and manage and grow a global team using the tools of technology, you'll want to upgrade to the full lead generation on a shoestring budget video course where I take you step by step over my shoulder and exactly how to create your lead capture page and your thank you page and your videos and all of these things so that you can start generating free leads online and creating real relationships online and off with people around the world to grow your business both with customers and team members.